everyone, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I cannot wait to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree Spring Easter French farmhouse decor crafts. So this is another episode of my huge I Love Spring series. I love to share with you all how you can make your homes boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. So without further ado, go ahead and plug in your glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
For the first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create a French farmhouse fabric carrot. So I'm taking some of this leftover scrap of fabric, some Walmart grocery shopping bags, and some little leaves here, and then some paper towel rolls. We're going to take our paper towel roll and cut it in half. That is going to create the base of our carrot. I'm also going to unwind the paper towel roll from the start of where it starts to wind up, and then you're just going to go ahead and give it a bit of a twist. And then you'll take your shopping bags. I used 2 for half of a paper towel roll, and I'm just going to squishy up the shopping bag in one end and then squishy it up in the other end. And this is the fun part. You can go ahead and give it a little squeeze. You want to kind of create the shape of a carrot form by twisting and turning your shopping bags and your paper towel rolls. And it's okay if it looks like a bit of a hot mess because we're going to cover it with some fabric so nobody is going to see your work underneath. And this is how it should look after you've done a bit of twisting and turning. Now I'm going to take a Dollar Tree baby blanket. I love this because it's great for a French farmhouse feel, and it also matches some pillows that I made out of Dollar Tree baby blankets in my living room. Definitely check out the link down below for all of my fun and fabulous crafts. Now I'm going to add the little twisted paper towel roll onto the bit of fabric and add some hot glue. I'm going to continue to roll the fabric inward and add dabs of hot glue as I go. That's going to secure it on to the fabric and also on to your little roll. Continue to roll till you get your entire thing covered, and then you can just take some scissors and trim off that excess fabric. If you're really particular, you can also leave an extra edge, fold it under so you'll get a nice seamless edge. But this is just a little garden carrot, so no worries here for me. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the end, and I'm just going to poke it down in the center, add a dab of hot glue to the little cardboard roll, and then you can just push your excess fabric in, and voila, you have a very fun and fabulous French farmhouse carrot. The next thing you want to do to finish off the more tapered end is you can just pull the fabric in, give it a bit of a twist, and add a dab of hot glue, and then you can even fold that little tiny end under if you want a more of a finished edge. And this is how it should look. Don't be frustrated. The first one of my carrots was not the best, so continue to practice and have fun with this. Now I'm going to take my tulip green leaf, which I didn't have any really great green leaves to make for my carrot, so I'm just making them a little bit more spindly and fun. And so I'm just going to add another dab of hot glue to the end of my carrot and then pop in some greenery. So this is really fun, fabulous, and easy. And I'm going to tell you guys that I see these little fabric carrots out pretty much everywhere at all of the home decor stores, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, TJ Maxx. They're always in fun and neat prints. And I think it's just a fun, whimsical way to add some little carrots into your home decor. They look beautiful in baskets or to any pretty much little Easter vignette. I like the soft grays. I think it's really beautiful. I also did create some in that ticking fabric you can see off to my right, and also some buffalo check plaid ones as well. Now that I'm finished with several of my carrots, I ended up making about 7 on this day, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim off a piece of jute twine that I found at Dollar Tree. I'm wrapping it around my little bundle of carrots, and then I'm going to tie them because, you know, I've been shopping at the French farmhouse market, and so I'll have to have them added into my fabulous basket. So here is how they are looking, popped into my little Easter vignette with my darling bunny, my calm and cozy candle, and then my super snuggly little French farmhouse carrots. The other thing I like about having these fabric carrots is it gives a bit of a textural element to any of your displays that you're doing for spring, which I think is nice to add in that cozy vibe. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we are going to take these 2 little signs and then these 2 little Dollar Tree frames. I found all of these goodies at the Dollar Tree, and what I want to do is take my 2X Rust-Oleum spray paint and just go ahead and spray paint my frames. You can get the super cheap spray paint at Walmart, but I do like the 2X because it has a primer in it. And then I'm taking some of this Waverly Antique Wax. After I'm done spray painting my little frames, I let them dry, and then I'm just going to take this antique wax and kind of gently go over them. I'm using a bit of a cloth. This cloth is just an old rag I had. It suggests to use a lint-free towel. You can also use a chalk paint brush. I didn't have either one of those really on hand, although I think that my little rag here might be lint-free. I'm really hoping it is. I don't see lots of lint, but I'm just going to add a very, very tiny amount of my antique wax and then brush that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue in and around my little Dollar Tree frame. This one says God, Goals, and Grind. I think this will be cute, really cute for me to wake up to. And adding the dab of hot glue will secure this. I do want to suggest you add a dab of E6000 glue to this as well to get it to stay on really nicely if this is going to be your finished product. I'm also adding the same frame. I did it in the same style with the white spray paint and then the bit of antique wax. And then I'm just going to take the backing off of those frames and hot glue them to the back of the little sign, and that way they can both stand up. So I think this is so great. I really feel like this is something you would find at Hobby Lobby for about $6 to $12 or any of your home decor stores. Little did we know that it was only from the Dollar Tree. With a bit of paint and TLC, we made these really beautiful little custom signs, and I really think it glammed them up to add those touches of that extra scrolly design frame. Also, if you're decorating in a French farmhouse style, the little scrolly designs are very French. We'll say that, I suppose, or shabby chic, or just whatever suits your fancy. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to make some carrot napkin rings. I'm taking these Dollar Tree napkin rings. They come in a 6-pack in the Dollar Tree party section, and I'm just using this burlap colored fabric. And you want to go ahead and hot glue a dab of hot glue onto your napkin ring, and then just begin to wrap the burlap around your napkin ring. Now remember, you can customize this to suit whatever decor that you love. I'm showing burlap here, but I'm also going to show you guys a little bit more of a girly kind of a French farmhouse glam style with some lace ribbon. But just dig into your stash. You could use fabric, you could wrap it around the napkin ring. I'm just hot gluing till I got all the way where I was covering the silver. You could even paint these, but for time's sake I decided just to use this ribbon. And then I'm hot gluing my cute little Dollar Tree carrot on. The Dollar Tree carrots come, I believe, 4 to 6 to a pack. And then you have something very customized, something you would find at maybe a Pier 1 Imports or your home decor stores for very, very lots less, very budget friendly, I would say. So now I'm just adding this burlap ribbon on here. Now this came with a bit of lace. I got both of these ribbons from burlapfabric.com. I will leave a coupon code Olivias Spring that will give you $5 off if you want to check that out. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm just wrapping it around the little napkin ring, and then I just want to add a little dab of hot glue to the center here and add the carrot. Don't go too generous on your hot glue with the carrot because the carrot is rather lean, and so you don't want the hot glue to be popping up. Here's how they look. They fit perfectly with a thrift store linen napkin that I found onto my little table setting, and I do hope to share with y'all some beautiful spring and Easter table settings in my dining room. I'm hoping to work on refinishing my tabletop. I used it for years for crafting. It's quite a mess, so I do always have to use a table covering. But here is this beautiful little vignette. I think it's so beautiful and wonderful to do these beautiful handmade crafts on a budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take some white Waverly chalk paint that I found at Walmart. My store finally had the white back in stock, and I'm just going to chalk paint this large garden planter that I found at the Dollar Tree. I love this one because it had a basket weave on it, and it is plastic, but the chalk paint does adhere fairly well to plastic. Now, this is going to be an indoor DIY only, so I suggest if you're doing something with outdoors, you may want to use more of a metal garden planter that you're chalk painting, but let me know if you guys do try this and use it outside, and I'll try to let you all know if I try this technique outside as well. So then I'm going to go in again with the Waverly Antique wax, and I just want to add a bit of wax in and around where after I had chalk painted, I let it dry, but I wanted to give it a bit of an aged appearance and pick up some of those lovely little basket weavings on this side. Again, when you're going for kind of that French farmhouse feel, you want things to feel a bit lived in and aged. And then I'm just taking one of those Dollar Tree little brown basket planters. You can actually plant real flowers in here, but for now I'm just going to use some faux lavender. They have it at Walmart for 97 cents a bundle. It's really lovely and it does not shed like the Dollar Tree lavender does. I did pop in some little floral foam into the base of this. I want to create an indoor lavender. I actually planted real lavender last summer. Of course, that is gone right now because it's the middle of winter, so I thought it would be nice to plant some beautiful lavender. Well, this is our faux lavender, and then just have it inside my home and maybe even spritz it with some lavender spray, just to kind of bring spring inside my home. I did do okay with my real lavender that was outside last year, but I will tell you that I know that my faux lavender is going to last much longer. So now I'm just trimming off the little bundles. I ended up using 5 bundles from Walmart of their faux lavender. This would also be beautiful with tulips, or you could do lilacs, or whatever suits your fancy and whatever kind of home decor that you're decorating with. But I think it's fun to add kind of this fresh lavender look into a French farmhouse look. I also did go in with a bit of moss and kind of add that in and around so you couldn't see any of the floral foam. And here is how it is looking. It almost looks real to me, which I absolutely love, but then you don't have all of the maintenance of having that real lavender, and it can bring that pop of spring inside. And I think the camera is picking up where it looks a little bit blue, but it actually looks more purple in person. But so fun and fabulous and all ready for some spring dreaming. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Be Grateful little sign, and this kitchen is seasoned with love. I found them both at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove them from the Dollar Tree frames, and then I want to take these little Dollar Tree frames and go ahead and give them a nice layer of chalk paint. And I will tell you that I did use 2 coats of the Waverly white chalk paint that I found at Walmart. It's definitely hands down my favorite chalk paint unless I'm making my own. Now that I've given my frame some time to dry, again, I'm going to go in with this Waverly Antique wax finish, and I'm just going to very gently with my little towel kind of rub the wax finish over the frame. So when I went about this process, I did give a little bit, and do not use very much of that wax. Use a tiny bit will go a long way. If you want it more antique, then you just add in more. But then if you do feel like that you have added too much, you can go back in with the part of your towel that doesn't have any wax on it and just gently wipe any excess off. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my little pictures back in. I will be using these in my kitchen. I have started collecting some of the Pioneer Woman decor, and I feel like this matches so nicely with it. And I think just the simple act of painting those Dollar Tree frames took this photo or this little picture up so much. It just looks so much more high-end having that cheap frame painted. And you know, maybe if you're loving a little bit more of a different feel, maybe of a modern farmhouse, you could just paint it all the way dark gray or whatnot. But here it is mixed in with this beautiful little French farmhouse setting, and I just love the Be Grateful reminder. I think it's such a big reminder. I think this year is going to be my year of being just obsessively grateful and thankful. I always find that when I'm more grateful in my life, that I just, do better. I am more happy and at peace and at ease with everything and everyone around me. So there's my little 2020 mantra. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, again, I'm going to take that 2X with primer spray paint. I spray painted my little Dollar Tree pots. You buy them 3 to a pack at Dollar Tree. They're just little clay pots. And then once those had dried, again, I'm going in with that Waverly Antique wax, and I'm just gently antiquing these. You could even add in some more paint to give it even more of an aged look with like some grays and blacks and some layers. But when I go in for a springtime look, a lot of times I just want a very light layer of antiquing underneath a very bright white. And then I'm just going to add in some styrofoam and just hot glue that to the base and then pop in some more lavender. So these are going to be some mini lavender pots, which I thought might look nice setting next to my larger lavender pot. I think these would even do okay outside on my covered bench on my front porch. So if I pop them out there, I will definitely let you guys know. And I will also probably add some rocks because we live on a hill, and add some rocks into the base of these. That way they don't fly away, because when the wind kicks up, I have everything on my front porch likes to end up in the neighbor's next door yard. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop some more lavender in. For these 2 little Dollar Tree tiny pots, it took 2 bundles of lavender. So I hope that helps. And then here we go. Oh my goodness, this is definitely what I'm thinking for how I want to decorate my dining room. I want to find some more of these bunny plates. This was actually my mom's. Sorry, Mom, if you're missing this plate. But this was hers, and so I think she had brought over some baked treats, and then somehow it just found its way into my stash. Not on purpose, I promise. But anyway, here is an overview of everything in this set of DIYs. As always, I ask that you comment. Let me know, what was your favorite DIY in this session, and which one would you all love to be recreating? And I just want to thank you for everybody that's posting on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. I am so inspired by your beautiful pictures of your home decor and your DIYs. I would love to invite everybody over there to share in the fun community over there. And then also don't forget to tag me on Instagram, Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram, and then I can share your DIYs on my story. So thank you guys again. And don't forget to comment and let me know which one was your favorite. And what do you guys think about the crazy little carrots made out of paper towel holders? Funny thing is I've had that DIY in my head for a while now, and I was even nervous this morning if I was going to be able to execute it, and I think it came out pretty darling. And there's those buffalo check plaid ones. I made them in the exact same way as the checkered ones that I made using the Dollar Tree blankets. So I love y'all, and I'm so honored and blessed to have you here. I hope you're having a fun day crafting and just a gorgeous, blessed day in general.
Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It has been so much fun having you all here crafting along with me, and all of your comments truly mean the world. I love to hear what you're up to and how you're decorating your homes, and just everybody that shared their heart with me and also sharing photos of their DIYs on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page and Instagram. Thank you all so much. I read all of your comments and I see all of your photos, and I am just so proud of all of you, and thank you for inspiring me and crafting along with me and just being here with me on this journey. If you are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I'm a DIY crafty mama. I'd love to share with you all how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. You don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. I would also love to have you subscribe and join me on this YouTube journey. Subscribing is totally free. There's a bell next to your subscribe button. If you click that bell, it will update you on your YouTube every time I post a new video, so you guys don't have to miss out on any of the fun projects that we are up to here. So I want to thank you all again. Thank you. It just makes my heart sparkle and shine to hear from you and to have you all here. I want to hug all of your hearts so tight and encourage you to be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. And until the next video, we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.